It was great. I enjoyed every single moment of it.
It was great. I can assure you, you can see I don't want to go back. My name is Patrick Ogwok. I'm from the Uganda Ministry of Health.
What's your position?
I coordinate the National Program for Laboratory Quality Assurance in the Department of National Health Laboratory and Diagnostic Services at the Ministry.
My name is Leonard Ndegwa. I'm the HuQAS CEO. I think that's pretty much it.
We have three main people from the Ministry of Health. There was the Permanent Secretary. Permanent Secretary is the accounting officer of the ministry, Dr. Diana Twine. She graced the opening ceremony, and she was actually the chief guest, who herself was supposed to be here, but also represented the Honorable Minister of Health. So, and the Permanent Secretary came with two commissioners. One commissioner was representing the Director General of Health Services, the Commissioner for Emergency Services, Dr. J.B. Wanyai, who represented the DG, and the Commissioner for National Health Laboratory and Diagnostic Services, Dr. Susan Nabada, who of course came on her own. And remember, it's Dr. Susan who signed the collaborative arrangement with HuQAS on behalf of the Ministry of Health. So I have known HuQAS for providing EQA and especially for hosting a scientific conference. And I thought, because our intention is to expand our quality management system implementation in Uganda, and I thought if a conference is organized here, it would help, to expand that, because this is part of educating the people, the users of the laboratory services, the laboratory professionals themselves, the laboratories. Yeah.
Biggest thing for us was to make sure that the knowledge and the sharing of knowledge moves from one person to the 200, 300 people that are visiting. And that was one of the first things that we really needed to do. And the second for HuQAS was to really see the comeback of research writing, using data and information in our labs to improve the quality and the testing that we're currently doing, in the diagnosis that we're currently doing. That for HuQAS is always at the core. And when you say what's next is to enhance that. The next is to enhance that not just in EQA, but to really drive that home either by what Patrick just mentioned, doing more of these conferences, devolving to other countries. The entire African continent needs this to be bigger and better and more precise in terms of needs for every single country, because each country has its own developments. So once we are able to fast track these processes in terms of quality diagnosis in our labs through this type of engagements, that's what's next for HuQAS, doing more of this. It's a sigh of relief. It's a sigh of relief for me, to be honest, in terms of participants, making sure that they attended from day one to the last. And in most cases, you usually find that the second day you have lesser numbers than the first day. And this was not the case for this conference. It was really, really good. Majority of the participants stayed in, they stayed attentive, they asked questions, they engaged. That meant that to me, in a big way, that what we had arranged in terms of the abstracts and presentations was actually captivating. And that's usually one of the biggest worries, that what you are planning may not be as educative as possible, but through the team that's at HuQAS, trying to make sure that every single presentation makes sense in the course advisory board, and as well Ministry of Health through Patrick Ogwok and his team, making sure that all of the presentations from the side of Ministry of Health in documenting their success was very important for that to be shot out to the entire African continent, that this is where medical labs have succeeded in Uganda. And these are the strides that they have made all these years. That to me was also very, very important. And I appreciate, in all honesty, Ministry of Health Uganda for coming forward and putting that foot forward to bring all of their experiences to be showcased here in our continent. Yeah. It was great. I enjoyed every single moment of it.
It was great. I can assure you. You can see I don't want to go back.
And you're wearing our colors.
Yes, I had to get a purple tie to make sure you see that HuQAS.
Part of HuQAS.
Yes.
Parting shots. Great conference, great participants, great collaborations. We appreciate every single person who attended, the partnerships from MOH, the sponsors, CLSI Crown, ChemLabs Healthcare Limited. We appreciate every single moment in the discussion. Let's see what the next blank canvas that we have in front of us we can write.